Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Age of Darkness Final Stand. And a bunch of my cultists just got exploded, didn't they? Yes, they did indeed. Alright, well, we are sitting on a current treasure trove of some gold over here, and this is going to be a game changer for me. We're going to be getting almost 1,500 or so gold, maybe a little bit more, per cycle just from holding this location, and that is going to be absolutely outstanding. I have to hold this for the rest of the game, and for that I'm actually going to go ahead and create a tower just to train up some additional arbalists and hold on to this so I can explore the rest of the map and not even have to worry. That's going to be kind of my goal here. Something I've kind of decided, after doing a bit more playtesting, is that the cultist unit really sucks. They are good only if they've had a chance to get emboldened. If they are not emboldened, they can't survive all of these larger, nastier targets worth pretty much anything. So I think we need to get rid of them. I think we need to replace them with the Sentinel tech. We're going to try to get these guys as our front line. They're really good at just holding enemies back while the arbalists can do a lot of the heavy lifting. And that's kind of the idea that I want to go for here. So let's go ahead and train up some additional arbalists, send them over here. That said, even the arbalists have been really letting me down as of late. Ooh, this is a big group. We made a mistake here. The arbalists have been letting me down because they don't necessarily target things that I think make a whole lot more sense. They end up targeting some guys, like that Wraith, for example. Then the Splody boys get close, and then what happens? We die. And then there's a Spitter. And what do you do with a Spitter? I mean, he just kills all your tiny units, right? The Arbalists have such a slow fire rate these days. It's kind of really ludicrous to me. I miss the days when they were outstanding. That said, we're still dependent on them to shred through enemies' armor. But we'll need to start mixing in, I think, some extra archers just for the raw DPS. To that extent, I kind of still stand by my decision to get a little bit of extra attack range on these units, but we probably could have instead gone just for the 35% damage boost, and maybe that would have been even better. I have decided for the Siege Works, we need to be going for the Ironworks tech for the AoE range. And the reason why is if you can get up to concussive shot with these flamers, they're going to be unbelievably good at keeping areas nice and clear, right? We're going to be able to hold back entire waves of enemies just with huge range, clearing out trash mobs, and anything that's big, getting stunned. I think that's a non-negotiable choice if we're going to be using all of these flamer tanks. So that's what I'm going to be doing, going for my long-term defense. Flamers on the front, 5 or so per choke point wave, followed by an absolute ludicrous number of arbalists and archers for DPS, maybe ballista tower if I'm struggling, and that, in theory, is going to be enough to hold off pretty much any wave that the game is able to throw at me. So there's the Sentinel Tech research. We can afford to train at least a few of these. We're going to go ahead and do that. 3 to start should be enough for now, I am thinking. But we'll probably want more. I might even decide to send some flamers on my roaming group. And I've been holding on to all these units just as some mobile defense if we need to for the next wave. But to be honest, it might be worth just using these as one gigantic roaming group. Since we're having a lot of trouble as far as our just DPS and just punching these guys down fast enough, let's just go for it. Let's send a whole load to the front line and see if that's going to do the job. And actually, all of you guys get here. Cultists and Hero, you're going to be a frontline unit. Actually, small change of plans. You know something I would like to do? I want to clear this area out. This is one entryway that's never been cleared open for me. And I know that there's an elite nightmare over here. But let's use these units to start clearing this area out so that we will be able to go for that in a little bit. How much longer do we have until the next Death Knight? Only one night. That's not a lot of time. You know, if they do come through here, I'm very much dead. So we definitely need to clear that area out. Yeah, I think this is the right call. We've left this area vulnerable too long because I haven't had any issues. But with this right here, the result is I can't place down proper walls, and I could see that becoming a very big problem. Here we go, here we go. Get the archers in place, and all of a sudden we start clearing this out a lot faster. There we go. We got rid of that in time. Also some more crystals at a really good time. So, how many do we have right now? 17. We're going to be a little bit shy of going for the stun upgrade on my units that I was looking for. But does this mean we can now start building over here finally? Yes, it does. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some proper walls in position and make sure that if something comes through here, we're going to be just fine. Yeah, we're doing a good job of clearing this area out. And okay, there's a crystal up here to the north. Well, I mean, we were pretty sure there was going to be, but that means they could come here. They could come over here. We need to explore the map like now and find out what's over this direction, because that's going to determine where this crystal goes. Seeing that there's this straight path up to the crystal, I actually am kind of wondering if this is where they were going to go. And if that's the case, then holy crap am I glad that we're clearing this place out while we are. I'm feeling very confident they're going to attack me right here, by the way. It's a straight shot. They could veer off over here. That's the thing. Like, I'm taking a gamble here. Where do we think they're going to attack, really? Yeah, this feels like a straight shot, unless there's a cliff right along here that would cause these guys to veer down this direction. I'm taking a risk, and I'm going to assume they're going to this area. If that's the case, this is actually kind of an ideal choke point size, because my flamers should be able to absolutely roast everything coming into this area. Maybe we should just go ahead and, like, preemptively upgrade. I can't even upgrade many of these walls. Ooh. I'm banking on it. All right, this is like a 50-50 chance percent that we lose the game right now, which is really stupid, and I shouldn't be doing this, but I think I'm right. I actually think it's more like a 70% chance that I'm right. It all comes down to what's in the fog of war. Is there something there that I'm not seeing? Weaken. We no longer regenerate health. That's terrible for my flamers. Yeah, if this is a straight path, they're coming here. I'm almost positive of it. Almost positive of it. Okay, yes, it looks like I'm right. The skull is not veering. It's still coming straight down. Thank God. I was about to feel, like, really upset if I messed this up and lost the run right now, because otherwise the run really isn't doing all that badly. But man, that would have felt so bad. So stupidly bad. All right, so let's see what this is going to do for us then. I'm trying not to let too many units get up here toward the front. I want you guys to just hold your position. We've got a lot of range in the area. Like, we're going to have tons of DPS coming through this. The arrows are going to fly. All right, here they come. Towers are doing their thing. Flamers, go. Look at this. The little guys are not getting close so far. That's what I want. No. You get here. You get down here, and then just hold your position, all right? You're here to help. You're not here to charge. Although, you know what I could do? I could use Serenity. And then he can start doing range damage. And there's a chance. Yeah, exactly like that. They might drop some dark crystals. Ooh, this could actually be a really good way of trying to farm some extras out so I can get more upgrades, like the stun. So, like, how are we doing right now? The flamers are fine. They're doing A-okay. Okay, sentinels, you guys need to not run forward and die. I'm going to tell you guys to just sit tight for a second here and hold. But, like, look at this. These little guys are not getting close, and the big guys are getting sniped. This is great. This is working. It's working. Guys, I kid you not. I think we found a system here. I think we found a system. They're not getting to my walls. The flamers don't even have stun, and they're obliterating this. Now, granted, we're not seeing a giant yet. The giant is the thing that I was afraid of that's going to completely change things up. When a giant arrives, my flamers can't reach that. They can only stun it. You have to have the stun for that to work, and that's where the Arbalest Towers really come into play. But at least for these first couple of waves, if this is not proof of how effective this is, I don't know what's gonna be. I mean, these guys are even getting emboldened. They're getting so much dang XP. This is so good. Whoa, a giant came through. Okay, oh, okay. Yeah, that's where you start hitting issues. Look how much damage the flamer took there. And that's because we didn't have stun. So it was able to get in a good hit. We still killed it before it was able to... Ooh, okay, that spitter needed to go. We still killed it before it was able to finish me off. So I still think that that's fine, but that shows the #1 weakness here. The #1 weakness is undoubtedly going to be those giants. If we can clear those out before they hit the flamers, and we have stun, I think we got a better shot. Daybreak approacheth. That was the easiest wave we've had so far, and I kid you not. All right, truly blessed. Champion gains twice as much experience. Kind of late for that one. Motivated layman, faster construction. Okay. And then units get increased damage whenever they are low on their health. I mean... This could be good. It's not outstanding, but in the event you have exactly that situation where a flamer took a lot of damage, he would just start doing 50% damage, which helps clear enemies out so that he can hopefully regenerate? Maybe. I feel like it's probably better than the motivated layman. I mean, 15% construction time is useful only in a handful of circumstances. I think we're going to take Last Stand. None of these three are outstanding for me, but it's all right. Also, I don't know, the game's called Final Stand, so, like, roll credits, I guess? Maybe? All right, so in order to make sure that we do not risk losing this gold mine again, I'm going to go ahead and move my units down here. We're going to clear this area out, mainly from spitters. Do that, and I think we'll be fine. I want to clear more of this area out, but to be honest, I think we need the extra DPS on our front line to help us out. We'll clear out some of these little guys over here. Maybe we'll set down like a little fire sconce just so I have an idea what I'm working with so I don't risk anything, but yeah. I need to claim some land up here because this is ideal for a pathway of farms, and I really need those farms. Do you think I'm going to try training up some additional sentinels once I get a bit more food to work with, which, you know, so far has been a bit of a problem. They're just better than the cultists, I think. The cultists really have been letting me down a lot. They're just trash mobs. That's really all they're good for at this point. I almost am debating, like, just bringing some flamers along, but the thing is, unless you go for the movement speed increase, they just don't clear up with the map very well. So I don't feel like these guys are going to be able to do the job as far as helping to clear out the map. Sentinels are what I have to use, Arbalists for the rest. Do we want to just go ahead and research the Grand Ballista Tower? Yeah, I'm not doing anything with my money at the moment. Let's do that. Let's also just research how to get some upgrades for my other buildings. So the other reason I'm going over here is actually to try and collect some of these crystals over here. Because after the crystal destroyed itself to spawn a wave, you got like another 6 or so sitting here, and that's almost all that I need in order to get my upgrade for the stun. Like, we have got to prioritize hunting down some of those crystals, I think. Okay, so I actually got 28 crystals over there, which is even better. Do I go for the stun or do I go for the fire arrows? The fire arrows will let me start actually clearing the map. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Let's start clearing out the actual dang map. I'm capped out on a lot of resources, by the way, which, like, this is a good problem to have. That's a fair number of resources sitting around. But we shouldn't be doing it. Shouldn't be doing it. Shouldn't let that happen. That's stupid. Don't let it happen. No. There we go. There we go. We should start seeing we're doing a lot more damage now. I think that the fire arrows were, in fact, the right choice. Damage over time means that we're going to be able to start clearing out some of the bigger boys a little bit faster. Not an absolute ton, mind you, but every little bit helps. And we've got enough archers for raw DPS when things get close. We should be able to clear this out pretty quick. So we found a really big stone deposit. That actually is going to be great. I would love to find more gold deposits just because, again, that still seems to be a primary bottleneck for me. But yeah, all right. Now, this isn't a fantastic example because a lot of this is trash mobs, but like notice that we're killing off some of these big boys before they can do a lot of damage here. So that's pretty decent. Not outstanding, mind you. It's just decent. And I'll take decent. So this is the real test. How quickly can you guys burn down things like a spitter? Fast enough before it gets a shot in? Nope, not really. That's not a good sign. Okay. Yeah, so we're still very much able to lose a few units here and there. Oh, gosh, dang it. They just... Why did they have to nerf the Arbalist? Why did they have to nerf the Arbalist to the point where it can't just easily slow-low entire groups? I miss my They Are Billions where snipers could literally kill anything. It was great. Something I'm going to start doing is tossing some farms just outside, I think, of my... walls, where possible, if they can fit anyway. The idea being, it's a pretty easy way to get some extra food, and it's easily defended because it's more or less in range of my units. I say more or less, it's not totally, but close enough. Gosh dang it, I say that, and look what immediately happens. They attack me in an area where I'm just slightly out of range. Of course they did. It's fine, it's fine. This is why we have archers. Get in here and help. Oh my gosh. Get in here and help, please. Still getting capped out on resources very, very frequently right now, except for gold, of course. The more units we train up, the more gold we will be spending. My goal is to get up to 25 of these flamers. I only need 10 more, which ain't half bad. More arbalists are kind of the most important thing to work on. We're actually starting to get caught up on food again. This little archer is in some serious trouble. Why are they all going for you like this? How many freaking come around over here? Gosh dang, so annoying. More crystals. Give me that dark crystal. Give me that dark crystal. Oh, God, it's an elite giant. Run away. Okay. Good news is we don't have to worry about that this exact second. Bad news is we've got to deal with that at some point. Yeah, that is going to be fun. All right. We've got to kill that guy because I really want the crystals. So it would make sense to do that at some point. That said, we know he's going to have a ridiculous amount of health. So I'm really not looking forward to having to deal with that. Good Lord, look how much damage those explodey boys can do. Just to my hero. That's it. Wow. This is the part of the game where I can very easily find myself getting complacent, and we cannot allow that to happen. Because we are doing so well in terms of units and in terms of income and stuff that I'm letting a lot of things just kind of sit here. We should go into places like my stockpile periodically and just selling off excess things sitting here in order to get myself a little bit of extra gold, which can add up to a fair amount, and then we should always be looking for places to just kind of keep upgrading my defenses or training up more units. Case in point over here, for example, why not upgrade these guys to Elite Ballista? We know for a solid fact that this is where a whole wave is going to spawn. Might as well be prepared for it. Why not fill out some of these towers over here, right? These are all things we need. Might as well keep building them. Don't waste time. Don't let things stockpile. Okay, night is approaching. Now's a good time to go ahead and get in position to deal with this giant. With any luck, the Arbalists will be able to snipe the crud out of him, and then we can retreat as needed or use my hero to run around and just try to distract him. So let's get the Arbalists all in position. Not as many Arbalists as I would have expected, if I'm honest. Okay, see, we're sniping him down a little bit, but he's got so much armor. My god. So much armor, it's not even funny. The good news is, these elites do seem to get kind of stuck on things sometimes. They're, like, in their range as far as, like, what they're able to do. Case in point, like, we just kind of tethered him, and now he's just running back over here, which means he's not even landed a single hit. And we're crushing him right now. Crushing him. There we go. Easy enough. All right, and that means we get a load of iron, which I don't need. But more importantly, we get a whole load of crystals. Yes. All right, so with all of these, I am now definitely going to go down to the skill tree and get myself the concussive shot. Okay, we are now approaching our final form. We're getting a lot of DPS. Let's go ahead and get these guys in position and continue clearing out the map. Technically speaking, could we just entrench and win the game right now as is, without even bothering to clear out the rest of the map? The answer is probably yes. Though it would be very nice to find out what's going on over here so I have a better idea where to defend. But we're going to find that out by virtue of the crystals just self-destructing anyway. Like, they can't come through here. This is one thing that's going to actually concern me a little bit. They can't get to the entire eastern side of my base. There is no entry. Which means, as far as I know, both crystals that have to be on this side of the map are going to dogpile one area. We've seen what happens in the past when that does occur, and it's not good. So we're either going to need a very large area to defend with a ludicrous number of units, or we need to find a way to meet them at their spawn point and deal with them immediately. And that's not easy. Here's something I don't know if it exists in the game, but it really needs to. There needs to be like a defensive mode thing, so I don't have to continually tell people to hold their position, right? Like, if I move you, stay in this approximate area, don't go running forward, you dumb cultists. Oh, good, another gold pile. I was literally just thinking to myself, I really don't know why we haven't had a lot more gold coming in as of late, but there it is. All right, so another huge gold pile we can defend is going to be great. Pull the hero back, holy crud, and we're going to lose some units. Gosh dang it, kill the spitters, you idiots! Why is this so hard? Just kill them faster. You've got so many Arbalists. This should be easy. Like, what do I need over here? What do I need over here? Do I need a big sign that says spitters are your top priority? Oh, we kill the strongest every time. No, you aren't. You clearly not. The spitters are the strongest. I don't care what they told you in archer school. All right? The spitters are the ones that are going to get you killed. Therefore, they're the strongest. Kill them. Gotta get more population still, by the way. That's still really not changing. More population, more population. Where can I fit a bunch more houses? How about a beautiful lakeside resort? Does that sound good? Let's go ahead and take advantage of the gold pile. 744 is good. At some point, it's not even just about generating more gold early, which is great, of course, but like it's also about maintaining the units because every one of them have some sort of a salary that they demand for some reason. They want to get paid. Go figure. Anyway, the idea is, of course, we just have more units. More gold, more units. How much longer until our next death night? Only one more night. Yeah. I think this place is going to get hit hard. So let's go ahead and start upgrading this. Let's plan on this being the next area I have to defend. I can see it coming. I know that this is going to be where I have to start defending it. I mean, okay, no is a strong word. They could very easily spawn up over this direction, and this becomes the next place I have to defend, but I'm already there. So that's not a massive deal, we just have to reinforce it even more. Whereas that end, I know is in a lot of trouble, so let's just kind of reinforce it. Oh, found another crystal. You know... Alright, this might be stupid, but what if we destroyed it right now? If we destroy it right now, I think we get a lot of extra bonus score and stuff, and we can force this to be the location of the wave. Unless I'm much mistaken, and what ends up happening is it just spawns 2 waves at both locations, in which case... but, I mean, I've almost got all of the flamers that I wanted, and we've trained up a lot of extra units. I can keep doubling up on this, but, like, literally all I should need to do is just toss on a whole bunch more towers. I don't know, I'm just saying, I think the extra score could be nice, and I wouldn't mind being able to control exactly where the next wave is going to spawn, because this is where my units are already located, so it would be very convenient. And it's not like we're even costing ourselves that much, right? We're speeding up the Death Knight by 1 night. That's not so bad. So goodbye. Alright, with that known, now we back up. I don't remember if they spawn immediately or not. Nope, we are triggering the next Death Knight, and it is going to be in 4 minutes. Okay. Hero, can you run over here real quick and just grab these dark crystals? I think we get extra dark crystals out of the arrangement too. Could be wrong on that. But that's a lot. Oh my god, we get so many crystals. All right, we don't need this many. This was a completely overkill, but it's okay with me. So what we do now is we go to our guys here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the wolf blade so that melee units are going to reflect. Yeah, we don't want them charging. Reflect is good. There we go. All right, all units are fully upgraded. Let's quickly start making a marching retreat back toward the base. And we're not that far off, and my flamers are already in position. Yes. There is literally only one way that I'm going to die here, and that's giants. Which means we need a lot more towers. A lot more. We're somehow very behind on my food. Let's go ahead and place some farms over here since this area seems to have more or less reclaimed. Trying to think about what the best placement is going to be. We can do something like that. Nothing quite fits there, unfortunately. And then something like that, maybe. Yeah, that's going to have to do. And we got a whole new source of iron, which is fantastic. The good news is, what we've proven here is that this little crystal over here, when it spawns, is going to go to this location instead of 2 waves doubling up on the same spot. I mean, maybe. The 5th one is still an unknown. And it looks to me like no matter what we do, it's going to crash on the same spot as somewhere else, either right here or up over here. So there's going to be at least one crystal where we need to do some preemptive reinforcement just to slow them down while we clear the rest out, but I'm still hopeful we'll be okay on that front. Hoping. All right, here they come. Let's see how this works. Yep, they're going exactly where I thought they were going to. Unstable structures. Oh, that's not good. Good thing we're not trying to let these guys get anywhere close to my structures in the first place, am I right? Yeah. So we got people hopping into some more towers, so this is a total of 8 towers that are filled up with people, so that's going to be pretty good. We've got 32 archers in towers, plus I've got all these flamers and sentinels, plus the hero in position. So the little guys are not going to last long. The question is, how effective, really, is this whole tower thing going to be, right? I'm sorry, not tower, stun. This whole stun thing going to be. That's what I want to know. Because, like, you better believe this is when the giants are going to start showing up en masse. We know that that's going to be the case. Yes, yes, you're destroying this thing. I understand. You're going to spawn more little guys. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All right, so here they come. And we are pretty easily able to deal with a lot of these guys using just the ballistas plus the flamers. Everything's going as intended. I could turn on Serenity. I'm just going to go ahead and do that so the hero can start doing some AoE damage. But overall, this is looking okay. There's the first of the giants, the first crusher. Okay. Just double check. Yes, all towers are set to target the strongest. This farm is probably going to die. But it's okay. It's okay. That was probably inevitable. Yeah, the flamers are definitely doing some solid work over here. Definitely. One major problem is range units aren't going to be in range of my tower defense. So now that that's done, let's pull back. Keep an eye on that crusher. He didn't even get a single hit off. That's good. Now, come the final wave, it's going to be a bigger, stronger crusher. So that may not be a long-term solution, but this is going really well. Look at this. Look at this. These guys stand no chance. The flamers are obliterating the small groups. Dude, why have I ever been worried about walls? That's what I gotta say. You know, I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner. I could just place down a storehouse over here, by the way, and we could boost up some of this gold production. That's how little I'm worried about this wave, honestly, because I'm now just worried about building up my economy. I'm still focusing on the macro game instead of looking at the micro game. Now, these explodey boys, enough of them get together, and that I feel a little bit more concerned about. But, like, look at this. Look how many enemies are getting close, and then they just get pushed back, and then they get stunned. They can't do a thing. I'm not even sure if I've taken, like, a single hit, really, except for, like, the occasional range shot. Gosh, dang. I have been playing this game all wrong. This is such a vindication of this style. It is so good. Flamers for the win, dude. Here's the crusher. Let's pay attention to him. Let's see how fast he gets burned down. He got stunned, which means my arbalists had more time, and he's dead. Look at that! Here comes another giant. He's getting stunned, and he's dead. Oh, my God. I love this so much. And here comes the last bunch of range units. Admittedly, one of the only things that can cause problems for my flamers, and they're getting picked off because the range is fantastic, and that is it. Easiest wave yet! Oh my God, this is good! All right, well, I think that's a good place for us to end this video here. There's a lot more exploring on the map that we would like to do. Let's go ahead and clear out the last nightmare. There we go. Daybreak approaches. Let's see what my blessing is going to be before we end the video. It's going to be resourceful, night watch, or encouraged. Double damage potential for emboldened units. Yes, that is solid. All right. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, it has to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.